Another sign that Toronto's red-hot rental market is burning up and perhaps even burning out renters financially. A new report out today suggests that prices are pushing renters into a crisis level of spending and perhaps even homelessness. How much of your income, percentage-wise, do you spend on rent?
I would say about a third.
Probably half my paycheck once a month.
50?
50%?
Yeah.
And how are you able to save?
I don't know.
Toronto rental affordability going, gone. The 2018 Canadian Rental Housing Index out today says nearly 1/4 of all renters in the GTA are now spending more than half their gross income on rent.
Typically, we've seen 30% is our commonly accepted threshold of an affordable rent, 30% of your income. What's becoming the new normal is that more people are spending more than 30% of their incomes.
The reason, for the first time in a decade, the demand for rental housing is outpacing ownership, driving rent prices higher. The average price for a 2-bedroom condo for rent in the GTA now sits at just over $2,300 a month.
Those in our major urban centres are being pushed out into some of the outlying areas like our regional municipalities and smaller communities.
Richmond Hill, Vaughan and Markham among the Canadian communities joining Toronto as places where roughly a third of renters are now spending around half their income on rent, worrying financial experts like Darren Coleman.
The amount of personal debt that Canadians are carrying just keeps on rising. And I think that's because, again, there's things competing for our cash flow.
And stopping Canadians from saving for retirement.
So we're going to see people probably working longer in their working lives, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? It's important to stay engaged. But certainly for many people, having a balanced plan is really the goal. And when one or two things are out of balance, something else is going to have to give.
Like spare time, according to one renter in Toronto.
Work harder, work longer kind of thing. Yeah, catch more hours, I guess. But yeah, in general, it's pretty much too high. Yeah, the rent.
And here's the thing, rental costs are now far outpacing the increases in household incomes as well. For example, in Ontario for the past 5 years, we saw about a 20% jump in rent prices. Meanwhile, on the income side, we only saw an increase in about 12%.